Hey guys, Michigan Prepared here. How's it going this morning? I should say this afternoon. Let me check the time. Sorry you guys had to look at the ground for a minute. It's 11:48. It's almost noon. I gotta go get my daughter here shortly. She gets out of school early today. Anyway, the reason why I'm talking to y'all today is, first off, I know I keep telling y'all to keep prepping, and a lot of y'all keep telling me, well, I don't have much money. What do I do? Where do I start? Anything you do right now in terms of prepping, if you go to the store to buy items for dinner, say you go and you buy a package of hamburger and a couple cans of canned vegetables and whatever else, just buy one extra. Not of the burger, of the canned vegetables. Just buy one extra or two extra, whatever you can afford, and put that away. Have a specific shelf or location somewhere in your house to where you guys put extras, and then you just don't touch them. I got areas in my house. There's one whole wall that people can pick from, and it's our main everyday food source. But then I have another wall with a massive shelf on it that is all emergency supplies. And that's all I do, guys. That's all I've been doing. And any leg up that you can get right now is a leg up. Don't feel bad if you can't go out and buy a couple $100 worth or $1,000 worth or whatever the case may be. Just start doing something now. So, again, if you plan to go to the store to buy 2 cans of peas, for instance, or corn or whatever, buy one extra. Buy 3 cans of peas. Put that one extra up, or 2 extra, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be extravagant. If you go to the store to buy a case of water, which is what, $4 or $5 now for the bottles of water. If you go to buy one, pick up an extra. Put that extra away. Now you got extra water stored away. And just start building up your preps little by little, guys. That's all you got to do. Don't feel bad if you, don't feel bad if you can't buy, $300, $400, $500, $600 worth of stuff in one day. It's not that big of a deal. Basically, the whole reason why we prep, guys, is because when the shit really does hit the fan, if you got to bug out overnight, and if you got to leave most of your stuff at home, most of your refrigerated or frozen stuff, granted, I'm going to take what I can. I'm going to put it in a cooler. I'm going to have to figure out how to, we're probably going to eat some of it. Most of it's probably going to get burnt, thrown away, because it's going to go bad. But I have totes upon totes of rice and dried beans and powdered mixes that just take water, like cornbreads and cakes. And I have all that stuff in these dry totes, and they're vacuum sealed. And that's all I did, guys, is week after week. Every time I got my paycheck, if I had an extra $20, I'd go buy a bag of rice or 2. I'd do that one week. And then the following week, I would buy a bag or 2 of beans, dry beans. Or sometimes I'd spend $20 in dry beans, which they're like $1 a bag. So, you're getting quite a few bags, you know what I'm saying? And that stuff right there will sustain you. The rice has calories and the beans have the protein. That's plenty enough to keep you alive. Now, everybody's going to get sick, and just in case of I got newer viewers on here and you guys haven't heard me talk about this before, everybody's going to get sick and tired of eating just dried beans and rice. Obviously you're going to cook them down over a campfire or something, but to spice things up, go to your grocery store, guys, and go down the seasonings aisle, okay, and get you like where they got all the taco seasonings, burrito seasonings, stroganoff, all the McCormick seasonings or whatever brand it is that you like. I can't think of it. Ortega, whatever. Stock up on a couple of those. Yeah, it's still going to be the same old thing, beans and rice, until you can get your guys, yourselves established, and you guys can figure out how you're going to survive out there, whether it be hunting, fishing, growing your own food, whatever. Yeah, it's still going to be the same old thing, but you can make it taste differently. One night, and I don't mean to laugh about this, but it's true. One night you guys could have taco beans and rice. The other night you guys could have stroganoff beans and rice. You know what I'm saying? It's just different flavors. It just makes it easier to get down your throat. You know, makes it more palatable, I guess, if you will. Another thing you guys can do is canned meats. Tuna, from what I understand, if you guys can stand tuna, is fairly reasonable still. You guys can get Spam. Yeah, the stuff it smells horrible when it cooked. It smells absolutely disgusting. But the flavor, actually, not very bad. You guys can get canned chickens, canned hams, whatever. And that shit is shelf stable for a long time. As a matter of fact, another thing you guys could look for is like, I think they got like bagged chilies, or, you know, like canned stews, or hell, even raviolis, spaghetti and meatballs, guys. Sometimes, like here in my local grocery store, you can find 4 for $5, or 5 for $4, or whatever the hell the case may be that week. You know, that's the type of stuff that you guys need to stock up on. It doesn't have to be luxury, extravagant items. Now, the reason why I'm saying this, and the reason why I'm beating a dead horse here, well, hopefully it's not a dead horse. Hopefully you guys are paying attention. But, so, I don't know if you guys heard, but we're getting word that there's some hacker group. We don't know if it's internal here in the U.S. We don't know if it's overseas. We don't know who's doing it. But Google and YouTube and everything else is being hacked like crazy. There's like 389, I think it was billion, 389 million attempts per second trying to break into these software platforms. And I'm here to tell you guys, the cyber war is real. Okay, if they can hack our internet and they can crash it, what isn't run by the internet, you guys? Our electricity. Our electricity is run by the internet. Literally, the electric companies nowadays, with these smart meters and everything on the sides of our houses, even if you don't have a smart meter, it's still controlled by internet somehow. And literally, the electric companies, it's not like back in the 80s to where if you were getting your electric shut off, they had to literally come out, pull the meter off the side of your house and put a dummy meter on there. No, they just hit a button from their office, and they don't have to even leave. Just like, oh, this guy's late, boop, button, your electricity's off. So, you know, the internet determines or helps the electric, you know, companies out, because it determines, all right, well, what's the demand on the electric grid today? Here, let's pump out a little more power, let's pump out a little less power, whatever the case may be. Everything is controlled by the internet, literally everything. Hell, most vehicles nowadays, most anything when it comes to logistics is controlled by the internet. My truck is. I mean, granted, I know the route like the back of my hand, and I don't need my computer. I can just drive the truck. But, you know, if you can't get GPS details out, if you can't get the manifest out because everything is over the internet nowadays, then what do? The world comes to a stop, right? And what did I tell you guys the stages of war is going to be? I'm no expert. I could be wrong. But at first, you know, our opponents, or whatever the hell adversaries, whatever the hell you want to call them, at first, guys, they're going to hit us with the cyber attacks, okay? And why the cyber attacks? Because they're going to try to cripple us. Then it's going to be some chemical or biological war. and maybe, you know, boots on the ground here on American soil. Who knows? But then, if that doesn't work, if they can't cripple us by taking out our internet and our, you know, electrical grids, then it's going to be chemical biological. If they can't cripple us that way, well, they're just going to hit the end all button and it's going to be a nuke. There's going to be 3 stages, guys. And, you know, since I started making these videos for y'all, the war was taking a sweet old time. It was like my wife getting ready to go out to eat. It just took forever. But something's changed. Now this war is in, here, I want to go do what I want to do mode when it comes to my wife. And it's ready in a heartbeat. And things are escalating out of control like there's no tomorrow. And, I mean, there's so much going on a daily basis. It's hard for prepper channels such as myself or Canadian Prepper, whoever, to even bring you guys information, because as right now, as I'm making this video, there's other stuff I could be making a video on because it's happening right now before our eyes, guys. I guess there was I'm pretty sure you guys have heard already, but there was a hospital bombed over in Hamas. Israel's taking claim to it, and Hamas is taking claim to it because their rockets are homemade. They're not very good. They're saying what happened is the rocket went up, come right back down on the hospital, and destroyed it. There was like 800 people dead. You know, children on ventilators, men, women, you name it. 800 dead. And the Muslims are calling for Day of Jihad or something, whatever that means. I don't know if that means that they're going to go ape shit and start offing their, you know, their enemies or what. But it's starting to get out of control. North Korea is waking up. They're starting to become more active. China, they're laying in wait for all this to blow off. You know, because we got our hand dipped in the cookie jar over in Israel. We got our hand in the cookie jar over in Ukraine. And we might be able to handle 2 wars. We can't handle 3. China's going to wait until we're stretched really thin before they make a move. They're not stupid. We are, though, apparently. So get stocked up, guys. These cyber attacks are happening. Even the CIA, the FBI, government officials, they're warning to be prepared, because Google could go offline. Alexa could go offline. YouTube could go offline. And if they can get in through the backdoor channels into Google, into YouTube, things of that nature, the platforms that are the most popular, are the most widely used, well, they can get into any backdoor channels at that point. And like I said, guys, there was like 300 some million attempts per second. Let that set in. And the servers right now, they're doing a good job at warding off these attempts. The problem is that's roughly the max volume that these servers can handle before they fry and they give up. If these servers fry, think about how long it's taken to get this far, as far as we have with the internet. I mean, I can remember going to school back in the 80s, and to get on the internet, you had to have a like a dial-up phone, and you had to put it on a base and listen to this horrible tone at the same time you were logging into the internet. You had to like dial a special, it was dial-up. I don't know if any of y'all remember that, but it was absolutely horrible. So from then until now, think about how long it's taken to get this way. If they blow out all of our servers, I mean, I'm pretty sure we got some sort of backup system, but is it going to be as good? No. Is it going to put us down for a while? Absolutely. I mean, without internet, guys, as sad as it is, because this country has become this country has relied on technology heavily. And without the technology, we go back to the Stone Age. You can't make transactions. You can't get gas. You can't buy food. Hell, most of the systems in your car nowadays won't work. I feel sorry for the Tesla owners. It's time to get stocked up. Do what you can, little by little, guys. It doesn't take a lot. It really doesn't. Again, you know, an extra can of vegetables, just a little can, just an extra can. Some canned meats, some seasoning packs. Hell, I think I got enough change in my account or in my couch to go buy a couple of those things. You know what I mean? It doesn't take much, guys. An extra thing of bottled water. When you buy pet food, if you can afford it, pick up an extra bag and just start stockpiling it. Hygiene products. Let's not forget about those guys. There's a lot of people back in the day that, you know, if they couldn't wash themselves, their bodies, they would get sores. And bodies get real itchy. I don't know if you guys have ever had to go any length of time without washing your hair, but your head gets real itchy. So, hold on. Easy. Get out of there. So, yeah, it's time, guys. Stock up on hygiene. Deodorant, bar soaps, not liquid soaps, not your bath bombs, not your little what do you call it? I don't use the shit. Your body soaps or whatever, your liquid body soaps. Yes, no. Get some bar soap, some good stuff, some Dial or some Dove, or I wouldn't recommend what is it, Zest? I've been forever since I've looked at that stuff. Or Irish Spring. No, get some good stuff with some moisturizers and some antibacterials, some shit you're gonna need. You can get the big packs fairly cheap right now. Then you can stick it away. Soap doesn't expire, guys. So stock up on your soaps. Get books on how to make soap if you're off grid. You can make soap out of hamburger grease or rabbit grease, if it comes down to that, and ash, fresh wood ash out of the fire pit. You can make soap out of that, guys. Get a book. Learn how to do it. Books are cheap. I'm trying to think. Yeah, you're gonna want your hygienes, your medicals, your foods, whatever you guys can get. And it doesn't have to be a lot. Like I said, you guys don't have to go spend a fortune overnight. Little by little. The chances are, well, I don't know. A couple months ago, I would have said, chances are this probably ain't going to spiral out of control for about another year. But as it sits, I don't know how much longer we got, guys. It's escalating quick, real quick. And Israel and Hamas, they give zero shits, guys. It's going to get bad quick. You know, whereas, I don't know if there is such a thing, whereas Russia might have a little morals when it comes to the war, so to speak, or Ukraine, Israel and Hamas, they don't care. It is what it is at this point. And this world is spiraling out of control quicker than you can blink an eye. So get stocked up, guys, whatever you can. When it comes to medical supplies, just giving you some ideas. You know, Ace bandages, guys. Iodine. Rubbing alcohol. Slings. Band-aids. Compression bandages. Yeah, I know, I just put one out. Leave me alone. It's the only thing that keeps me sane. I'm trying to think of what else I got in my kit. Gauze, tape, medical tape, cotton swabs, Q-tips, hand sanitizers. Hand sanitizers are good for several things. Obviously, to sanitize your hands, and they're also a great form of a fire starter, guys. So, just little things, guys. Yeah, again, couple dollars a week, couple dollars a day, whatever you guys can afford. Dig in your couches, shake out your piggy banks. Today is not the day to be saving money. As dumb as that's going to sound, use it for what you need, because tomorrow it may not be there. If our internet crashes tomorrow, whatever you had in your bank account, you might as well kiss it goodbye. Whatever, whatever you had saved, it's gone. Whatever bills you had, well, those are done. If you had a mortgage payment, if you had a car payment, whatever, camper payment, all that's controlled by the internet, guys. If the internet goes down, so does that. If it goes down for any significant amount of time, if it's damaged beyond repair, well, that stuff is lost forever. So just get stocked up, guys. Be forewarned. There's hundreds of thousands of attacks on our millions, billions of attacks on our internet every day, every second of every day. They're trying to attack us. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, thank God you guys didn't have to see that. That was horrible. Just get stocked up on whatever little stuff you guys can. All right. Well, until next time, love y'all. Keep your heads on a swivel. Michigan Prepared out.